Good morning, welcome, and well done for being there. It's nice to see you there. Okay, so let's sit in that comfortable position. So when we sit, we always try to wiggle around, just to start feeling the sit bones nice and grounded, to find that extra flexibility on the ankles, on the knees, on the hips. And then just twist to one side. And also we start linking the movement with the breath. So each stretch is an inhalation, and then the opposite is an exhalation. Squeezing the abdomen. Making sure we're not holding any tension on the neck. Good, and then just stretch the chest forward, shoulders back, and exhaling round. And again, just a few movements. Good, and then just shake the body to be able to be in that sitting position for a few minutes to connect with the breath. Aligning the spine, relax the shoulders, bring the chin slightly towards the chest until you feel that lengthen towards the top of the crown of the head. And then close your eyes. Relax the jaw. Relax the throat. Bringing that gaze up. And as always, trying to experience that expansion in between the eyebrows as we do so. The forehead relaxed. But sometimes that is not that comfortable for whichever reason. If that is the case, bring the focus on the tip of the nose. And start deepening your breath. Every now and then check the alignment of the spine. And without holding any tension around the rib area, we bring each inhalation towards the abdomen, as lower in the abdomen as we can, feeling the expansions, and gently contract as we exhale. And with this initial abdominal breathing, where the body is relaxed, it becomes even more relaxed the more we breathe consciously. It's very beneficial, not just as a way of reducing tension, but also as a way of starting to create some extra circulation, some blood flow, some extra oxygen in the digestive system, the internal organs. Reducing stress, not just physical and mental stress. But that kind of stress that affects the function of the different organs. So try to imagine with each breath your heart pumping blood all over your body, all over your system, improving that communication from your brain to the rest of your body. Parasympathetic nervous system. And with the next inhalation, bring the palms together at the level of the heart, pressing gently. And start with your gratitude practice. Sometimes small things that they're always there that we normally don't think about, they're very powerful. It's a way of starting our morning gratitude practice that helps to bring more positive thinking throughout the day. And then set your intentions for this practice. And your intentions for your day. Knowing that intentions don't mean attachment, means focus. And enjoying the path, enjoying the way, the journey, rather than being too focused on the end goal. And then inhaling, bring the palms all the way up, arching the spine. And exhaling, lowering the arms slowly through the sides, all the way down, aligning the spine. Bringing the chin to the chest, resting the hands on your lap. And relax the shoulders, relax the neck. We do 2 deep breaths here, creating space. When you're done with a few breaths, with a few blinks, open your eyes. Namaste. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Okay, so we're going to cross the legs on the other way. Good, and then as we inhale, we're going to bring the arms all the way out. So remember, whenever we have the arms shoulder height or lower, the spine is going to be straightened. As soon as we bring them higher than the shoulders, then we start arching the spine. So first, stretch the arms, release the spine. Good, and then inhale and bring the palms all the way up. Good, and then exhaling very slowly, bring the palms together. Good, and then interlacing the fingers and bring the palms all the way up. And then allow the spine to be softer. Arch more, chest towards the front, tailbone towards the back. And keep stretching. See if you can bring the elbows a little bit closer. They can even be locked because there's no weight. And then that would help to tilt the palms up a little bit more, to strengthen the shoulders, the upper back. Good, and then start bringing the palms towards you and shoulder height. Good, and then allow the spine to round, chin to chest. You can close your eyes, bring the stomach in. Feel the expansion in between the shoulder blades. Stretch from the shoulders to the fingertips. Good, and then if the eyes are closed, gently open them and inhale and bring the arms all the way up again. Good, and then exhaling, releasing, lowering down and keeping the palms down, shoulder height. Good, and then exhaling, lowering down. And perhaps that is an easy way to start feeling the energy flow on the arms, the strength, and also it's very good to reduce any kind of tension, stress around the upper body. So we're going to do another arm exercise. Bring the arms all the way up. Release any tension on the spine, aligning the stomach in. But when we bring the stomach in, it's just as a way to bring the hips forward, but then allow the abdomen to be soft, to breathe in nice and long. Good. So now inhaling, bring the palms all the way up, and exhaling, bring them up, shoulder height, and then release any tension on the shoulders, activating though, bringing the shoulders down, and then opposite elbows, holding nice and tight. Good, and then arch the spine, bring the arms back. But try not to push the head forward, keep the neck straighten, and then pulling up. When you're trying to bring the arms back, then you pull up from the shoulders and bring them up if you can. Good, and then exhale and bring them forward. Again, feeling that stretch, but perhaps now not only around the shoulder blades, but also perhaps you can feel it around the middle back, the rib area, stomach in. Close the eyes so you can feel the stretch a little bit more. Good, and then gently open the eyes, release the arms down, and then 3 arms raising, inhaling, bring the arms up. Exhaling, lowering down. And we look down, but the spine is straight. Inhaling, arching the spine. When the upper back is very active, then we can look up. And exhaling, lowering down, spine straight. Looking at your hands. Relax the shoulders. And last one, inhale. And exhale. Good, and then from there, we're going to hold with the right hand the left knee, and then just a gentle twist. If you can hold on the top of the thigh, do. If not, just remember, rather than come lower down, then just stay on the waist with the back of the hand. Okay, we only lower down if we can reach further than the thigh. And then the elbow that is at the front, we bend it, lower down that shoulder, and then twisting a little bit more with the shoulders, feeling the twist on the middle of the spine. Looking down, but with the neck straighten on that twist, uplifted. Deep breath in and out. Good, and then inhale and come back to center and just bring the arms once up and down, and then bring the left hand on the right knee and the other hand wherever it reaches. If it's on the top, then lower down, or on the middle of the waist. With the shoulders very active, bending the elbow and lower down the shoulder as much as you can. And then also, the more we bring the stomach in, the easier it would be to twist. So we breathe in here differently because we want to twist. So the softer the abdomen, the more we can twist, but also the breathing stops around the lower part of the rib cage. Breathing more with the chest and clavicular. Deep breath. And inhaling, release the arms, bring them all the way up. Just bringing that balance between the right side and the left one. Exhaling, lowering down. Bring the hands down. Okay, so when we have any reason for not wanting to look down, whether it's for any injury or because of any surgery, we have here two people who had that situation, or because we might feel dizzy because of lower blood pressure. There's lots of reasons why, or because the neck is very sensitive, right? So what we need to be thinking of is we need to be thinking of having the spine straight as much as we can. Yes, we can arch and round, but when we do that, then the neck is going to be neutral, and we don't need to, when we round the spine, normally we look down, but rather than that, we can keep the neck neutral and then focus more on that movement, right? And also, the more that we strengthen this area, the better for the spine. So just always try to think about what is it that we can do to build up and to improve some other parts of the body. So now we stretch the legs, we bounce and shake and move the toes. Good, and we lay down on the mat with the knees bent, shoulders back and down, pressing with the shoulders. And this is another way. So when we do, for example, shoulder stance and we come upside down, then that is something that perhaps for those occasions that we've mentioned before is not recommended, but we can strengthen and we can get a very similar exercise with the shoulders activation as we bring the shoulders down, as we engage with the arms pressing down, the fingertips, and then the spine is completely straight, the core is active, the back muscles engaged, and then inhaling, bring the feet off the floor with hip width apart, and then just wiggle side to side. Good, and then bring the legs all the way up towards 90 degrees, toes pointing towards the ceiling, and try to lock the knees. But most importantly, we're focusing on the strength of the core, the back muscles, the shoulders, and that the neck is soft. The chin slightly towards the chest. And then inhaling, bring the toes towards you, flexing from the ankles, feeling the stretch on the back of the legs, hip width apart with the feet. And then exhaling, point. So as we're inhaling, we feel more the thighs, the shins very active, keep pressing with the shoulders. And as we exhale, more the abdomen, lower part of the abdomen. Inhale, nice and slow. Exhale, fully squeezing the abdomen. Good, inhale and exhale. And one more, inhale, exhale. Good, and then we bend the knees and we give them a hug, but bring the knees to the sides and touching. So nice and wide with the knees. Knees apart, good. And then rock side to side. Make sure that there's no tension on the neck, that is soft, that the activation comes from the core, so we can rock side to side without having to engage with the neck muscles. And that way we can massage the middle back muscles, perhaps a little bit the lower back, creating some space on that area of the lower back and the hips. Good, and then we stop that rocking and we come into happy baby. So bringing the sole of the feet towards the ceiling, the knees as wide as you can. And if you find not very comfortable to hold the feet, you can hold on the ankles, on the shins, but just actively flex the ankles. And then we get the same stretch in the back of the legs, the hamstrings. As we also experiencing some hip opening. And also it's important that we're not raising the shoulders from the mat, that we can press down So there's not tension, but rather activation. Good, and then we bring the sole of the feet touching, releasing the hands, bringing the feet down on the mat, arching the spine to protect the lower back. So like in Baddha Konasana, knees wide open, sole of the feet touching together, hands on your hips, on the groin, thumbs and index touching together. But remember, shoulders is still in contact with the mat, chin to chest. And to support the hips and the lower back, then try to bring the shoulders closer to the hips, arching the spine a little bit more. Opposite to what we've done with the spine. The more arch, the more space from the middle of the spine to the mat, the better supported in this position. And then you can close your eyes, bring the gaze up, breathing nice and long. One more round of breath. Good, and then we bring ourselves towards the right side and supporting the head with the bottom arm, the knees resting one on top of the other. Just a couple of breaths there. Aligning the spine, raising the knees slightly higher. And then using the arms to bring you up slowly to that sitting position. Good, and from here, we're gonna keep the right knee bent and the left one is gonna be straightened out, but slightly wider. Feeling the stretch on the inner thigh, bringing the toes towards you. So this stretch is also very good for those who sometimes have any kind of discomfort on the lower back and hamstrings, tight hamstrings. Sometimes tends to have some sciatica discomfort. So bring the heel as closer to the ground as you can. Good, and then from here, with the spine straight, we're gonna lean towards that straightened leg, holding and try to align the shoulder, the elbow, and the opposite shoulder, then bring the arm up. So if you feel like as you reach the elbow is off the leg, then bring the arm a little bit closer to you, so the lower arm is completely resting on your leg. And then focus on that twist, bringing the arm up, breathing slowly. If there is any discomfort on the neck, you can also look straight. Good, and then as we exhale, we bring the arm over, deeper stretch on the side. Good, and then exhaling, lowering down completely. And then bring the hand on the side, inhaling, bring the other arm up. Good, and then exhaling, lowering down. And now the other side. Resting the forearm, inhaling, bring the arm up. Stretch as much as you can, pointing up, looking up only if it feels good. Toes active, leg active, feeling the work on the inner thigh. If you don't feel it, then keep flexing the ankle. And then exhaling the arm over, looking to the front. Breathing slowly there. Good, and then next exhalation, we bring the arm all the way down, inhaling. Good, and then exhaling slowly. Then bring the hands behind the hips, stretch the legs, and then align the spine, bounce and shake. Bring the toes towards you. Good, and then just lean towards one side, keeping the hips on the ground, and then exhaling to the other side. Good, and then we raise the arms as well, inhaling up, exhaling, lowering, and then next inhalation, the opposite arm up. Good, and then exhaling. Inhaling in the center and up, exhaling, lowering down. Inhaling, exhaling. One more, inhale, exhale, and inhale, exhale. Good, and then we bring the hands in front of us. Again, very active with the toes, leaning forward. Bring the shoulders up, the chin up. And again, very good stretch for sciatica or lower back pain. And to strengthen the back muscles, the spine. Make sure that the shoulders are not coming closer, that there's enough space there so the upper back is active. Good, and the more slowly you breathe, perhaps the more we can bend forward from the hip. And then inhale and slowly come back towards the center and hold on the inside of the thighs, bringing the feet together. That's sitting Baddha Konasana, bringing the hips closer to the heels or the heels closer to the hips and bounce up and down. Good. And remember, when the spine is active and straightened, then we can look down to stretch the neck, to feel that extra space on the top vertebrae. Good, and then stop the bouncing. Good, and then from there, bring the feet together, the knees together. Lengthen the spine. Good, and then from there, we open the feet hip width apart and lean back, come to the side. So as we lean back, we bring the spine slightly rounded so the core is more active. And then we bring the hips off the floor and the knees forward. As we do that, then there's less weight on the hands, more control with the thighs, and then we can crawl with the fingertips. Come on the tiptoes. Good, and then raising the knees as high as you can on those tiptoes. Good, and then exhaling, bring the hips high, chin up, sole of the feet flat, hands on the hips, and slowly start coming up to standing. Good, and then releasing the hands, shaking side to side. Good, and then stop that movement. And shake the legs. Find your focus before you move your head. Good, and when you're ready to move, grab your blanket to get ready for Savasana. Gentle clasp. Bring some awareness to the body. Finding that comfortable position. Stretching the legs, stretching the arms, chin to chest. Jaw relaxed. Gaze up. Chin towards the chest. Scanning your whole body and allowing to soft to relax in that laying down position. Relax the hips, the glutes, the chest, the neck, the face muscles. by keeping that gaze up. Activating that connection with your third eye, with your confidence, with your inner light. Allow yourself to be present and at peace. The breathing becomes free. And keep the gaze up and the awareness in one thing, whether it's your breath, whether it's the background noise, your heartbeat, just one at a time. And after a couple of minutes of Savasana, try to do some meditation. Remember, laying down is also possible, but when we have the spine uplifted, it's even more powerful. No matter the length of time, as long as we try every day. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you tomorrow.